Salam alaikum.
Salamun alaikum.
All of us get sick. When we get sick, we expect doctors to heal us, a person to take care of us, our mothers to cuddle us, our fathers to buy us the medicines, our spouses to make the home quiet enough for having a rest, our friends to call us, and so on and so forth. But there's a question about our responsibility in front of others who get sick.
Of course, if we have the role of a parent or a spouse, we do what a parent or a spouse do. But Islam has considered this issue more generally and has recommended some etiquettes for it.
One Islamic recommendation is to visit patients, a practice that has its own etiquettes. According to a hadith, when a person visits a patient, an angel is commissioned to visit him in his grave after his death. Imagine those dark moments that you're all alone in your grave and that angel comes to you and helps you because you had visited your sick friend.
Also, according to a hadith, the visitor's sin will be forgiven and his prayers will be accepted.
What?
Shame on you. Are you happy that your friend is sick and now you can get your prayers be answered by God? Do you think his sickness is an opportunity for you? Don't you feel ashamed?
Me?
When I said your prayer will be accepted, what I meant was that you visit your sick friend and pray for his health. I don't mean that you could sit in the direction of Qibla and pray, asking God to give you the glacier white car you had seen before.
When you want to visit a patient, there are things you shouldn't do. For example, you should not go with many people. You shouldn't take your 3-month triplets to visit your sick cousin. They don't know their father yet, let alone their father's cousin. If you are lucky, they don't burst out crying at the same time. And instead, they cry in turn. And so, you can't greet your cousin at all. Your voice cannot be heard amidst the screams of your babies.
According to a hadith, while visiting patients, you shouldn't cause annoyance. You shouldn't even stay with the patients for too long unless he wants so.
However, in your case, the patient will never want you to stay longer. He will kick you out on his own.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in Igbo. Seerah of Ahlulbayh.
According to a hadith, you had better visit a patient after 3 days of his sickness. It's not a good idea to visit a patient as soon as he comes home after his chemotherapy, because he suffers from headaches, pains in the body, and vomiting until 3 days.
Some people wait at the patient's house before he comes back from the hospital, and they think that it's being nice to go there as early as possible in order to surpass all the relatives and acquaintances. Some people buy gifts when they visit a patient to pretend that they are nicer than others, but their gifts are very crazy, such as a gum for a person who just had a surgery on his jaw, or ice cream for a person who caught a cold. When they see that the patient can't eat them, they start eating them lest they are wasted. Okay, no problem with this, but things get worse if you can believe it. They eat the ice cream loudly and describe its good taste, for example, to the patient and say, "Wow, I don't know that the ice cream shop in your neighborhood was so good. I should always buy ice creams from here."
I got you some ice cream.
They then have the second spoon of the ice cream and add the comment, its taste is a mixture of strawberry and berry. And after taking the third spoon, they say, "Wow, the more you eat, the better it tastes."
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Don't they see that the patient is watching them with regret? Come on, dude. You should take something to the patient that is eatable and useful for him.
According to a hadith, the best thing to take to patient is fruit. Compote is the same as fruit and is easy to eat. Don't forget the variety is the spice of life. Buy compotes of different types of fruit. When my sister got sick, I ate the cherry compote for 1 month and I became sick of cherry. Another practice recommended in visiting patients is to shake hands with them. Some people keep a long distance with a patient who has surgery on his corn on the feet. Do you know anything at all about the causes of the corn?
Also, according to a hadith, you had better say hopeful things when you visit a patient. It's not being nice to say things like this, "I had this friend who had exactly the same sickness and he died." Also, it's not nice to recite an elegy and make people around the patient cry. In this way, the patient will surely die because he can't fight the disease. So, please treat patients properly. May God bless you, always be healthy,
and never encounter such maltreatments yourself.